I'm gonna also...
Yeah, see that they say something. How is living on a boat?
Oh, I think we're on.
It's live.
Okay, we're live. Where are we supposed to be
Yeah.
looking? Up there, I think.
Yeah,
Then the green one.
yeah, the green thing.
Okay.
Hi, I can't see what I look like.
Okay, I'm writing
So,
some
like,
questions first.
We can't.
Right.
Oh.
No one's live yet. Oh, 2 people are live.
Okay, we're a bit early, I think.
Yeah, we're just practicing, aren't we?
Practicing.
Right, has anyone got any questions? We are going live for the first time. This is why we look a bit stupid, silly.
Yeah.
So we're here to answer any questions about sailing with Mothership Adrift.
Or homeschooling.
Or homeschooling.
Or
Spanish
Schooling.
school. Or Spanish
Or
school.
school.
So
We're going a bit.
Very special.
please do ask us any questions. There's 6
Right,
people.
Wait, do you want to say about the website?
We've got some news as well, which we're going to tell you. Okay, hello. Hello, Jose.
Castro somebody in Darius class.
Have you got any questions?
Well, first of all, can we just say that next week we've been working on the website, and hopefully that'll be going live next week. There's not much content in it yet, but we will be putting it up and then adding content as we go along. So we'll say more about that next week, and hopefully it'll be full of resources and extra photographs and our plans for the traveling over the next year.
Yeah. So
Is that Blanca?
so thank you, Jose. Life is good. Blanca, hello.
Hi, Blanca.
Hi, Blanca.
So what about to keep the maintenance of your boat? The maintenance. Okay,
Dos
so
pedals.
I'd have to hand this over to Woody because he does most of the maintenance on the boat, don't you, Woody?
Right. So we've spent. I mean, it was good having the kids in Spanish school for the last few months, which meant that they're off the boat, which means we can actually do some work on the boat. We've done quite a lot of work on the boat this winter. We've replaced the batteries. We've rewired the whole nav station. We've added solar power. We've got 735 watts of solar power now. We've replaced the masthead unit. What else have we done?
We've done.
We've ticked off a whole
We put
massive
the
list.
anchor light. Anchor light.
Anchor light. We've done the anchor
Yeah, we
light.
did that finally.
Yeah.
Hi, Robert, by the way.
And so yeah, there's been loads of maintenance. We still haven't got through our list. In fact, the list is just up there, and there's still there's like a list that long still to do. But
so-
we're just concentrating on the jobs just to get off the dock now, because we were hoping to leave this coming week, but the winds are completely against us. They're not in our favour at all. So we've got an extra week to kind of finish off those jobs.
So what do we think about lithium batteries? Are we ready to put lithium batteries in?
No idea.
We would love lithium batteries, yes, we would, but they're way too expensive. They're way out of our price range. So we've replaced them with AGMs. We had gel batteries. We replaced them with AGMs. That was for a few reasons. AGMs are better in hot weather, and also you can use these things called desulfurizers with them, which means it zaps the plates. It zaps the plates. So you can take the sulfur. You can take the sulfur off, so it extends the life of the batteries as well. We had actually, as I say, we put the new batteries in last week, and we filmed it, and it took us a whole day, simply just replacing batteries. We had a few problems and a few fireworks as well. But to answer your question anyway, lithium batteries are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, lithium batteries are great, but we just they're out of our budget
At the moment.
so we're on AGMs.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Okay,
smell
Claire.
it.
Hi, Claire. Hello from Italy. Oh, you love
Hi.
the videos, and the song at the beginning is super. Oh,
Claire.
yeah, thanks. I'm glad you like that song. That was actually from a puppet show that we used to go and see when the kids were smaller, when we lived in Brighton. There was a cute little puppet show that used to be on once a year, and the musician there used to play for
And
Gomez,
there's 2 more people.
and he gave us permission to use his music,
I made a little boat.
just if we credit him, really. So yeah, I'm glad you like the music.
If you Google Tom Gray, he used to be in Gomez, like Aranka was saying. He lives in Brighton, which is our hometown. And Gomez was one of my favourite bands in the 90s, and it was just by sheer chance that we went to this puppet show, and he wrote the music for it. And that theme tune that we use, he gave us special permission to use it on the videos, and we played it at our wedding.
Hi, Redshift as well, and yeah, Claire. We'll just answer Claire. Any more questions, or do you want us to tell us about something?
You say about
Yeah, Margaret has some.
You could say about school. Are you looking forward to homeschooling?
Oh, homeschooling. I so miss it.
You miss it?
So
I
miss
grew
it.
up with him, and I
No,
bet your
but
wedding was
you-
great. Do your kids prefer homeschooling Spanish? I prefer.
English school.
He prefers English school.
Can you say why, Darry?
yes.
Why do you prefer
I
English school?
prefer English school because everyone speaks English and you get friends there.
You find it difficult to make friends because of the language barrier.
Yeah, and I find it difficult to
Homeschooling.
make friends and we have
Definitely
friends.
homeschooling
You prefer homeschooling, Ewan. Why is that?
because most of the time I don't need to work because you always get interested of Darry and Rowan, so I can just sit and play.
Isn't it? Okay, and how about Rowan? We'll come back to that, Jose. Rowan, what do you prefer then?
I'm not exactly sure. I like them all for different reasons. I like English school because I knew these people all my life, and so it's kind of like my first school.
English school.
But then I like Spanish school because it's more different, and it's cool going to a school in a different country. And yeah, I find it hard to communicate with the other kids. But there's some people in school who speak really good English, and but I love homeschooling because you can more choose what you want to learn.
Oh yeah,
And-
that's a good bit. About
and you can after we can always go jumping in the water and stuff and learning about marine biology.
Okay. Just to finish
I think
off,
we need to hurry up the question.
Jose.
Because there is a lot
Okay.
of questions.
Jose, we were thinking, I'm just going back to the lithium batteries we were talking about a minute ago. We would love to have a stove that went off just solar as well, but that's something I think for the future. But yeah, it's a good point.
I would just
What
say,
else?
I mean, our whole thing is to try and get over to renewables as much as possible. I mean, if you've been following the blogs, you know we've had a lot of problems with the generator. It's a really old generator, and we've struggled to keep it going all this time. So we are trying to slowly move across more to renewables. And this solar arch that we had built and the solar panels we've just installed is the start of that.
So I'm just going to say hello to a few more people that have said hello. It's Saud, Fandi, hi, and Sailing Man. We're going to carry on with your question because that's to do with schooling. And Jurek, hi, nice to see you too. So yeah, that's Jurek, Jersey. So just going to Sailing Man, you've asked how hard was it going to Spanish school? So how did you find it talking to the other Spanish kids?
if the 100 was bad and the 1 was good, I would say. No, 1 to 100.
50?
No,
Less, more.
65.
65. Okay, so that's how quite hard then. Not really, really hard, but quite hard. More than 50 hard. How about you, Darry? Did you find it hard chatting to Spanish kids?
Yeah, but I've learned enough Spanish to communicate with them.
You've learnt enough to communicate.
But everybody in my class was a kid can't speak like
English.
Spanish. You know what I mean? English.
It's all Spanish, wasn't it?
I'll be happy if they could speak English.
You had to speak everything Spanish, but you used to communicate with your hands, didn't you?
You can speak a little bit of Spanish, don't you?
Yeah, but I never ever I just
It was hard. And Rowan, how was it communicating?
Well, I find I've got a bunch of people in my school who speak good English, and so I made friends with them, but it's sometimes hard to communicate with the teachers, and I don't know what homework we have and stuff. But apart from that, it's okay.
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 Okay, so hi JC as well. So we're just going to move on to
You're welcome.
thank you for answering my question, says Sailing Man. Very welcome. We might come back to schooling, but now somebody's asked, so Robert's asked how we think the ship is, how our boat is now. Rowan's going first.
And
Okay.
then me, and then
How,
me.
are you satisfied with the boat?
Well, at first we were going to get this catamaran, and sometimes I look back and wish we did, because even though this is a strong, good boat, personally catamarans look amazing. But I think I quite like this boat. It feels more like home now. Like I remember at the start we'd call it the boat, but now we say like, oh, we're going home soon and that kind of stuff. Even though I've got a tiny bedroom, I'm getting used to it. But I love it now. I think I've definitely got more used to it.
Yeah, like Rowan, I prefer a catamaran, but
Can you
then
go and turn the
I
cooker down?
also
Just turn it
think
down.
that
So we've got the tea.
Sorry, I've
cooking
got
behind.
dinner cooking, so I've got on the
Because
pressure cooker. So I've just got
mistimed everything today, and so we've got dinner cooking in the background. Right. So, what do you guys think of the boat?
No, maybe.
Go on.
Well, I think of the boat as home, but I want a catamaran, like Rowan said and Darren said.
So you all want a catamaran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that mean you're unsatisfied with the boat?
Well, I like the boat, but like,
Thanks, because
yeah, and that's the same with me. I just can't really choose. Like, I like monohulls. I like these ones because it has a deep hull and it feels very homely. But
oh, but the reason why I like the catamaran is because there's like these
You have to
hatches
lean in 'cause you
next
pick
to
up.
the water, and you can
Yeah, I
open that,
the hatches,
and then you
yeah.
can like jump into.
Anyway, I
the
don't think this was a debate about the catamaran monohull
This-
thing.
We
Yes.
will do one on this actually because it's a big debate in our family, as you can see.
Yeah, so we got the boat under market value, so we knew that there was a lot of maintenance to do, and there has been a lot of maintenance, more than we expected. And we're still upgrading and maintaining things as we go along. But we're getting there. Well, this one has been really good. We've actually kind of caught up, and we're actually doing more preventative stuff now than just kind of crisis management maintenance, which is what we were doing all the way up until Tunisia, really, and a little bit beyond.
Yeah, regards that question about how happy are we with our boat? Yeah, like Woody said, I find that we've just done a lot of work on it. So it's been really, as you know, if you've been following the blogs, it's been quite stressful. But the thing where it's come into its own, which is why I wanted it, was when we have been in heavy seas. In the Med, it can get heavy. The boat doesn't really heal. It's a really sturdy, safe boat, and I feel safe having the kids on the boat when we're out at sea. I would redesign the layout possibly, but it's spacious as well. It's solid. So in that level, I'm really happy with it. And I think it really will, when we finally cross the Atlantic as well, I think it'll also be ideal. So so I'm going to go just say hello to, see, we don't know how this is normally done, but we're making it up as we go along. But I'm saying hello to everyone. So we've got John from Quakertown. Hello. And Ian. Yes. Hi, Ian. Yeah, so coming back to that, Claire and Stuart. Yeah, we'll come back to that. So just if we had a magic wand, everyone, what would you change? Should we try and think of one thing?
I would change the family.
You would change the family. Oh,
Excuse me.
he's not in a great mood today. Right, Rowan, do you want to wait? What you think about the boat? And what you would, if you had a magic wand, what would you change?
I'm thinking. Give me one moment.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Go on.
I would probably change the size of my bedroom.
The size of your bedroom.
I would change the interior. I'll keep the size of the hull, but I'll change the interior maybe around.
Actually, I'll
So-
change our life into a catamaran.
You
No,
would just,
I'll change our life to
On the boat, Ewan.
no, if you had one thing, you had a magic wand, Ewan, what would you change on the boat?
I would change my magic wand into another one what stays there so I can do stuff outside the boat.
Oh.
I know what I would change. I would probably on the nav.
I'll change.
Okay, one at a time.
I'll change my cars.
He'd change
No,
his cars.
I'll change.
They've got a bit of subject.
Money.
Let's
Okay.
do Stuart, and then we can say.
Okay, I would change so there's
Shoot,
probably a porthole
You put
in the
another,
nav
port,
tank.
another porthole in the nav
That's right,
tank.
yeah. We saw another
Moving,
animal, Supermariner, that had some
Over
modifications, and they had
Moving, Harry.
four
Moving,
windows put in, which really opened up the interior, and we were quite envious of that.
Okay, what would you change, Woody? There's one thing. Shall I come back to you?
Yeah. I'll come back
I
to
think,
the
do you know
list.
what? I know it sounds really, if I could change something, I probably would change the layout because we have a lot of wardrobe space and huge heads, which are fantastic. But sometimes I think the cabin layout isn't brilliant because the boys share, which is okay. But sometimes the fighting, it would be nice if they had their own space. And Rowan is in the kind of pilot berth, so we do have
I'm
to
in
go
a
through
corridor.
it.
That's what she means.
Yeah. So I think that it could be improved in that level. I would probably lose a bit of storage and maybe create a few more cabins. And also we kind of like to have people helping us with the longer passages. And I think having more space like that means we can accommodate people better. But, you know, boats aren't ever perfect, are they?
There's no such thing
Is
as
Sandra
perfect.
here?
Is there anything you want to add to
We
it
have to go
before we move
faster
on?
'cause we need
Uh,
to
No, we don't. Okay.
Sandra here.
Any plans?
So just to say, oh, Ian, yeah, it's funny, I recognise your name, but you're from Ontario. Okay, I used to live in Ontario for a while, actually. I used to sort of race on the lake, loved it there. So hi. Okay.
Any plans on crossing the Atlantic?
Okay, so Stuart, hi Stuart. Stuart's brought up the subject of the rats. Now, I don't know if everyone's seen that one, and he wants to know whether we gave the a funeral for the rats. Did we give a funeral? Was it a really beautiful funeral
Yes,
for the
really
rats?
beautiful one in this amazing dustbin with flowers growing in the side.
Yeah, well, we couldn't wait to see the other side of that, Stuart. Yeah. Thanks for reminding us what life can
It
be
was a
like.
very, very quick funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah, just chucked it in the bin.
Weeds, and there was
Okay, so we've got JC. JC just wants to say that life experience and education we're giving is superior to traditional upbringing. Remember that, kids, when you say you don't like the Spanish school. Don't let anyone tell you any
And the
different.
homeschooling, well, that's
Thank you. Well, we hope so. You're obviously always questioning it. You always wonder and you think, God, you know, I worry about them getting hit by a car, but then I don't worry about taking across an ocean. But yeah, it can be quite yeah, it's good to get that actually and be encouraged, I think, and people sort of to tell us, you know, that we're doing okay. Because I think even if you're on land, actually, you probably question that sometimes as parents.
2019.
So we've got another question we were going to talk about actually. Yes, what are your future? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look, we've got tight little tribe sailing. Hi. I think I'm friends on Instagram. Oh my gosh, love that you were on live. I know this is the first time. This is crazy.
We're sort of prepared for it.
Yeah, so actually you're asking a question similar to JC, so we'll come back to that. Okay, actually, just before we get on to that, Ray has just asked, it's about the boat again. Would the layout of the AML 54 have been a better option? Yes, actually, Ray, if you've got a 54 that you're about to hand over to us, yes, we'll have it. They are really beautiful, aren't they? And I haven't actually I've seen them I've just peeked at them. And there's even things like in the lounge area, they don't create this sort of curvy bit, which makes it easier to kind of sit back and watch documentaries and movies and things. And there's probably loads of things actually that improve. There's more hatches and things like that. So yeah, it would be great, but
The great
well
thing
beyond
about
the budget.
our Miramar here is there's loads of Super Marimus of 54s, and there's loads along the stock alone, so you can walk along and you can compare. We've been on each other's boats and sort of compared upgrades and improvements, but the 54s are a really nice boat. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got question about we'll come back to that. Sorry, I'm blubbering now, but yes, what are short-term and long-term plans asked by JC, and also Tight Little Tribe are also interested in
Sarah
that.
Man was asking about the Atlantic as well.
Yeah, so okay, so short-term, it's always probably better I speak because I'm the one who seems to organise it all. What do you say? I don't know where we're going, and I don't know a lot of time. But, yeah, so we're trying to because we just seem to race around the Meds getting things done on the boat. The next plan is to go across to Turkey because we were recommended a place there that can make us some sails. So our sails have just been sort of strung together really a lot of the time.
Stitched up a lot.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they're fine. They get us from A to B, but we have, you know, that's one of our investments. We're getting new sails made. It is a bit cheaper there, but it's not just that. We really wanted to go to Turkey and sail there because we've heard so many good things. But we want to get there kind of by June because we don't want to get stuck there. The weather changes July, August, and so the plan is to try as soon as we can leave here. We're going to go do one massive, great big sail. We'll probably stop in Sardinia for a break and Sicily, and then sort of hop across. So that's our kind of short term. Actually, lots of sailing coming up. And then when we're in Turkey, we're going to sort of stay there for a couple of months. We've got a bit of family coming out to visit and we want to explore. And obviously we're doing the sails. But another big thing we've decided to do is the rigging, because the rigging hasn't been changed for 20 years. There's about 3 bits on it that need changing. So we've ordered it all and we're going to get that done there as well at the same time. And it seems like a lot of the jobs that we've had over winter have just sort of move now. They're on the sort of Turkey list, so that seems to be what happens. We get a certain amount done, and then yeah,
That's going to be the same thing when we get to Turkey. Like all the things we were meant to do in Turkey is going to move on to this like this other
Probably.
list for just
Yeah.
like, next time we went somewhere.
but actually by the time we leave there in July, we should actually have all the major stuff done. And we've got solar now, which is pretty exciting, and Woody's going to do all the blogs on that, and even our AOS might work. So we shall let everyone know if you can track us on our big sail across, because we keep trying to fix it and get it sent back and so forth, boats. But we're hoping this time it's really going to work.
It's been backwards and forwards to the supplier a few times now.
Yeah.
And this is going to be our final attempt to get it to work.
Yeah. So coming off to Turkey, we're going to end of July heading off from there. Hop back. It'll be slower hop back now. Greece a little bit because we love places there. And then we're going to go around. We wanted to go to Montenegro, but we're not sure if we can make it. So we're going to go around the boot of Italy, Sicily, and up maybe Italy a little bit. See if we can get in to see some places there.
Are we going to Croatia?
We probably won't go to Croatia. It's so
we used to work in Croatia actually a long time ago. We've heard mixed things about the cruising there. It's about the cost of even anchoring. Apparently you get as an anchor in a lot of places, but we're hearing mixed reports, so we'll make that decision closer to the time, I think.
But and then whether we go across the sort of Sardinia or hop round France or Spain, we're not sure. Depends on the winds. We really try and go with the wind now. And then, so that's kind of short term. And then we'll probably end up back here in Almirama for around October, maybe get the boat lifted, and then sort of heading, then we want to try and get across the Canaries. There's loads of things we want to do before we get there, but we always want to do so much. And then we want to go across Atlantic. We're aiming for sort of end of next December. And then if we do get that far and we arrive in the Caribbean, we finally leave the Meds, then we haven't planned anything after that. But, you know, Caribbean, and we'll see after that. So that's kind of like the latest plans.
We should do the one about crossing the Atlantic. Have we already done that one?
Yeah, that's kind of it.
So what's the
so just
story
a quick to answer Ian. Yeah, thanks, Rowan. About the YouTube blocking comments, they still have blocked comments on all family sailing channels. I did email them and said, is there anything we can do? And I got a reply back saying, well, if you can monitor it more closely, I think it was a generic email. So I tried to find out ways of monitoring it more closely, and said, I sort of ticked a box that said we would block all comments until we look at them, but that hasn't enabled them again. I think they're trying to change their system so they can filter stuff out. It's really annoying, but
I think the most annoying thing is that they haven't consulted anybody, and they haven't sent us emails or anything. It was just one day they were there, one day they were gone, and we had to do our own research to find out what was going on. And then we found out a lot of the other sailing channels with families had the same thing. And everybody's kind of talking to each other and trying to talk to YouTube, but YouTube just aren't responding. They've just got this blanket ban on comments on family channels. Although they do say they make exceptions, but they won't say what those exceptions are and how you can be one of those exceptions. So it's really frustrating, and we've actually watched our viewing figures go down and down, because obviously it helps with the search engine optimization by having more comments. So we kind of looked into this no man land at the moment, waiting to hear what YouTube are going to do. They're not making any announcements and not communicating, so they're not our most favorite people at the moment, YouTube.
Yeah, so that kind of answers that. Just people talked about our route. Sorry, going back to the route again. Yes, Jurek, we are planning to stop in Sicily, both ways actually. So yeah, do message us on Patreon if you think you're going to be around, and we can connect up. That would be great. Oh, Redshift Trucking has said, yeah, Cape Sunion. We'll have to look that up in Greece. There's Temple of Poseidon.
Ooh,
Who's your favourite god, Ewan?
Greek god.
Poseidon.
You like Poseidon, don't you?
Or Neptune.
Yeah. Wait, come a bit closer. So we'll have to look up where that is. Yeah, because I don't actually know where that is, but we are kind of going the southern bit of Greece. So yeah, that's another subject. Oh, when someone's asked about talking about the route again. Hi, Big Bounty Bar. You're asking when we get to Oz. Well, we definitely want to go there, but seeing as we're doing the slow sail around the world, we don't know when we'll get there, but we will be there at one point. Hi guys, tuning for Indiana. John, hi John. Yeah, the Caribbean. We do hope we make it as well. We thought we might go last year, but you know it takes time, schooling and fixing the boat. So that's why we've stayed here. But there's so much to do in the Meds.
I mean, our initial plans were to be there now, but the boat had other ideas. So we thought sort of winterization here. really get the boat up to scratch, or at least spend another season in the Med just getting everything up and running. I mean, we haven't even got the water maker running yet, which is a big thing, obviously, when you're crossing the Atlantic. So that's the next thing, next system to put online and break and then fix and then break and fix again until we can, until we're confident that we can keep it up and running. And then once all the systems running on the boat correctly and we can fully understand them and we're confident in how to maintain them, then we'll make the jump. And it should, current plans anyway, we should be there this time next year.
So Big Bounty Bar 1, is that Lucian Simon? Just let me know if that's you. Okay. Yeah, we are going to try and do this. Someone, Eurex just asked whether we're going to try and do this live stream more often. I think we might do, actually. Now it's worked. None of us actually.
Yeah,
we really didn't think it was going to work. We
yeah.
thought we'd just click a button and we get loads of errors come up, and it clicked it, and it was just suddenly we were live. And as you saw, it kind of caught us a bit by surprise.
Oh no,
it is Lucian. Hi, Lucian. Miss you.
No. Remember the
my friend.
Remember on the beginning of this when we did the thumbnail.
Okay, so somebody, our sailing man, has asked an interesting question about how do we finance the lifestyle? Are you able to fully fund it through YouTube or Patreon? Do you have to work while traveling other than editing videos? Okay, so we fund it in the main way we fund it actually is by renting our house. We bought house, both of us bought places years ago. We sold places, did places up, sold, did up, sold. And the last one we bought, we did it up and managed to, it was big enough to divide into two. And so we mainly fund by half of it, you know, is mortgage, and then half of it we live off. So it is a tight budget. We also had some savings for fixing the boat because that seems to take big chunks out. We haven't funded it through Patreon yet, but that is funding things like we had to get another computer. That's helped with that and helps with editing and other things Patreon sort of fund. So if we get a little bit, we save it up and spend it on something that we need or wouldn't necessarily buy. I mean, equipment like GoPros and stuff.
We're hoping eventually that we can put that money towards a drone, get some drone shots in there. To be like Delos.
Yeah. So how else do we fund it? We did. Do you want to talk about the rat and pallet thing a bit?
Yeah. Well, the rat and pallet was the business I set up before we left, and the idea was to move that online by doing the plans for the furniture that you have to do, made from industrial furniture and recycled furniture like pallets and scaffolding. But you never have enough time to do everything you want. So I got about 6 or 7 plans up online, which I sell through Etsy. That is kind of, that's sort of change, really. It's just kind of small amounts of money. But there's little things. I mean, one of the things on the website that we're going to do is we're going to how we funding things as we go along. And we are trying different things. I wrote a novel which got banned. So that didn't, it was like 3 months of wasted time, that was it. What else do we do? Yeah, got banned twice, yeah. Oh, Darry does some busking. So that saved us some pocket money.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of think that if we need to work, we'll have to stop. I mean, we both sort of worked in the sailing industry. We're both sailing instructors. Woody's a VHF assessor and stuff like that.
Both
so
yacht masters.
Yeah, so I kind of like the idea if we were stuck to find somewhere where I could get a job for a season, maybe teaching sailing again or skippering boats. There's always that possibility. I mean, I hate the idea that we'd have to go back and try and, I think it'll be more difficult actually because our careers were in sailing. I mean, Woody could do some design, but yeah, I mean, it'd be great if we just fund it through Patreon. YouTube doesn't really, we get a bit here and there. So it doesn't really,
it's kind of a trickle income from lots of different sources, but the main thing is renting a house, and we spent quite a few years doing the house and making it rent friendly, so we could actually live off that income. And the other thing I'd like to say is, as well is it's like my old dad used to say, it's not what you earn, it's what you don't spend. And if you can skill yourself up before you come on board, whether it's through electrics or plumbing or anything really, you can save a fortune by not paying tradespeople to kind of work on your boat. I've been really lucky this year that I've had Ant from Impavidus come over and help me get my head around electrics, because electrics just wasn't my thing, and now I've actually rewired the boat, and that saved a fortune. You know, it really has. And cruisers are really friendly and they're really good at sharing knowledge. So your learning curve is quite sharp when you throw yourself into things. And yeah, so
Ray reckons you should learn really how to wire splice and keep some wire on board in case of emergency repairs.
Well, we've got plenty of wire now because I pulled out loads of redundant wires after we did the rewiring. I've got tons of it now.
Just to reply to Ian, about the family channels again. We talked about our comments being blocked, so I'm jumping because I'm sort of keeping in touch with what everyone's saying. But it's not all family channels that have been blocked, so we don't know why. Really, it's really annoying actually. But anyway, maybe that we've got hope because maybe we can unblock ours. Maybe there's a way. But Redshift drone, yes. Streamline your editing process. Oh, just going to Claire actually. So talking about Claire says, how as parents we feel a different kind of responsibility for the family, do we? Now that we live aboard compared to when we lived on land in a house. I think actually, I think it's more. I think the thing is you feel more alone because if they're ill, we used to live next door to the doctor. It's only up the road, and you can get everything there. There's always friends to call on, and like if I was late to pick up at school, I could just call someone. But here, you can't. I think you feel everything. You're more self-sufficient, and you have to be. And I think responsibility weighs even more on your shoulders. And I think the other thing is, if anything went wrong, we would be right out there, wouldn't we, as the family that took their kids away sailing, and then this happened to one or this happened to the other. I mean, in a way, there's a bit of more freedom because we let them go off together, but then I get fearful as well. So it is, I think you kind of feel like, you have to be even more responsible maybe, but then you give them freedom. It's weird, actually. I can't really work out whether...
It's a world difference between sailing as a couple and sailing as a family. I mean, you need eyes in the back of your head. I mean, you need that sort of skill set as a parent anyway, but even more so on a boat. You've got to be aware of where the kids are every minute of every day.
Rowan says she likes the freedom.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting older, aren't you? So now they can look after each other a bit more, and then we have lots of rules like that about, sticking together, watching out. And I think that is happening more because they spend more time together. I think back in UK, they would be doing their separate things more, and now they're together more and with other kids. So it's about looking after each other. And when boat kids are together as well, all looking after each other. Redshift asking if my mum will be visiting this season. Yeah, she is actually. She's going all the way to Turkey, which she was terrified of going there in a way. She just didn't want to go to Turkey of all places on her own, but she's going there. That's why we've got to get there. And she's going to stay in a hotel, but we're going to be spending a week with her. So quite excited about that. We'll bring her on the boat as well and make sure she spends some time on the boat.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. So tight little tribe. I'm just going through the. Don't do that, honey. Have you been able to streamline your editing process? It takes us around 30 hours per 10 to 15 minute episode. Oh, yeah. I mean,
we didn't know what we were letting ourselves in for when we started this, and it
does
got to a point
ages.
where we were 3 months behind, and we thought this is crazy. We can't keep doing this. So our editing's taken. The quality control isn't like it used to be, which is good, which means now we can get it out once a week instead of once every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, and they're shorter, which shortens it, but we do spend a lot of time as well. I mean, what we're trying to do actually now is prepare the story first. I know that's not always possible, but
not with kids.
It's trying to create the story and then videoing if you can. I think that helps because you can kind of video as you go along and you can say it as you go along and you've almost got the story already made. But it isn't always possible because you get things you didn't expect. And also, like, for example, the video we want to do about here isn't really a story we're going to create. It's looking back now and looking and trying to bring it all together about our kind of like summary or what we thought of this of being in Almerimar. So sometimes you can do it, I think, but sometimes it still just takes forever. And going, I feel for anyone that does it. It is hard going through all the footage and sorting it all out. And I mean, we're both doing it now more. Woody's concentrating on maintenance, and I'm trying to concentrate on the episodes, which helps as well. But I don't know, they've been at school, and so how we're going to manage after is let's just hope we do. So yes, just
you
stick
talk
with
about
us.
doing that slow TV as well, doing more.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's interested in that slow TV. Apparently, you don't edit it at all; you just stick it up there. And
an hour's worth of just camera with no editing at all.
No.
Who's into slow TV? Is anyone into it?
I'm not.
Maybe there is. Maybe there's a market. Okay, a petition. What are we doing a petition on, Ian? Oh, on how people stop blocking their comments, maybe. Don't worry
That's
about
a good
quality.
idea.
Okay, you don't worry about quality. We'll still watch you. Oh, thanks. Great. See? So Woody's the perfectionist. I just kind of get it all
Yeah,
together. And so I think he struggles more. I'm like, that'll do. Let's just get it out there. It's us, you know.
I could help you edit because
But it's that
I really like it.
choice between over editing a video or making it real. So
and getting it out every week.
yeah, making it real means less editing, but you know, you get to see all the mistakes.
What's the favorite foods? Can I do that one, please?
Yeah.
Gyros.
Thank you. Good on you. Thanks, Claire. Okay, Rowan wants to answer Stuart's question.
Gyros.
Well, you can all answer that. What's
Okay.
Gyros.
Guys, get in.
I'll move it in.
Okay.
Yours
Yeah.
first.
Gyros.
Really?
Food of the gods.
Favourite
in
foods?
England, I used to not try many things. I liked main things. For example, I'm a red meat lover. I love lasagna. I love
I'll move it round.
one thing, shepherd's pie, sausage and mash. I miss that so much. Also in Greece, I love gyros and
The food of
souvlaki.
the gods.
Yeah, that is my favorite. But I'm definitely starting to try way more foods than out here. But still, souvlaki and gyros is my favorite.
We still haven't got the turkey yet. You haven't tried shawarma and.
What's yours, Ewan?
Lebanese food.
Yeah.
My favourite,
And what do you miss from England?
the beach.
No food.
Oh, food. England, the fish and chips on the beach.
Yeah.
That was the best.
What Yorkshire
And-
puddings?
Yorkshire
That's your
Oh, no.
favourite.
Yeah.
Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
roast dinner.
It's too hot for that.
Oh.
What's your favourite that you missed? Oh no, we shouldn't have asked.
And get souvlakis.
Souvlakis from Greece now. You see, they're not even English anymore. They want Greek food. I think it's
Yeah, that.
Marmite and Woody's HP, isn't it? Thank you, Stuart, for
Yeah,
bringing
thanks,
us that. Okay.
This one.
Oh, which program do we use? Eurex asking which program for the video editing. We just use what do we use? iMovie.
We keep it as simple as possible. I mean, most of the footage is shot on our phones. Most of it's edited on iMovie. Because I used to work in the computer games industry. We used to do full frame animations, and I know how you can get wrapped up in the technology and you can get sidetracked by the technology. So we've kept it as simple as possible. And even the kids are starting to do their own editing as well with it. We have got Final Cut Pro, but we haven't started using that yet, purely because that's another learning curve as well to kind of get your head around. And there's too many bells and whistles on it to get distracted. So we're sticking with iMovie for now.
Okay. Yeah. So Claire, we'll do a petition on the slow TV. Actually, Claire just said she doesn't
Mum,
like
say
it.
gyros.
Malcolm Harvey. Oh, it's from Brighton. Hi, Malcolm,
Hi,
and
Malcolm.
everyone in Brighton. I don't know if anyone's there with you, but yeah, it's great to see you too on live stream. How about the dinghy? Oh, wait,
We have
Malcolm
got
Harvey.
anyone.
Oh my God. Oh no, yeah, they're all watching the travels. They're not there now live though. All the lifeboat crew from Brighton, because I used to be part of the crew for just a couple of years. But it's amazing how close you get to everyone in a lifeboat crew. And yeah, Malcolm's been watching the videos right at the beginning, and he helped us with the boat ideas as well. When we were finding a boat, I remember lots of tips I got from him.
Didn't you come along and help
and
us with the business or the sailing?
Yeah, before we had a sailing business,
So
he
the
used to be
Federation of Small
small
Businesses.
business, yeah. And he helped with that. So yeah, Malcolm goes back a long way, and yeah, he was always telling us about the Delos as well. And I remember when Woody was out looking at a boat in the Caribbean, a catamaran, and I was at home watching the Delos videos to see whether what I basically put in a search term, what boats in very heavy conditions, and it was them going around the southern Cape of Africa, and I thought that's the boat that we need to get because
Not a sack.
Wait, what about
Donald!
the dinghy? The dinghy.
so dinghy, yeah, we've finally ordered a dinghy actually, which is taking quite a while to arrive. It's a good job we're not leaving when we
What?
thought, because
That's on
it's
there.
not here yet. But yeah, we've ordered a dinghy. Shall I tell you now, or shall I make it a surprise? Because I'm going to do a video on it as well.
It hasn't arrived yet, so that's
It hasn't arrived. Actually, when it arrives, I'm going to do a video on it, and you'll see which dinghy we finally got.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I know what it is. I know.
And we're doing a video. Yeah, that's
Oh, lucky.
so. Thanks, Robert, because it's true. We do need a dinghy. Where are we next?
Oh,
So
Oh,
Stuart wants me to
oh.
say gyros. Gyros is gyros. I couldn't say it at the beginning. As you know,
Say it,
remember? Gyros.
Don't
And
get
then
us started.
someone taught me, but no, I'll start giggling again. But I'm not this time.
They made a roast beef with Yorkshire pudding roast.
Oh, did you, Ian? Oh, you shouldn't tell us stuff like that.
So you got the Facebook
Starving.
page and
You
posted
go
up
to
there.
Thailand.
Oh yeah, you could just
Surprise.
eat it off the screen.
Yeah.
Lick the screen.
See, I don't think our oven is hot enough to make Yorkshire puddings properly. Like that.
I don't know actually. I think if you give it time, but then
Because
we're always trying to save on gas.
Dad used to make Yorkshire puddings like the size of the plate. Then we'd put all the roasts in it
Like
inside
like
the Yorkshire puddings.
edible plate.
It was so good.
Edible plate.
Who got started on
It's
food?
like those chocolate Yorkshire puddings.
Okay.
Oh, my hair.
Do we have any more questions? I can't believe we just.
And
We might
real.
miss some. Do you guys?
YouTube channel. Do we follow other YouTube channels? Yeah, we do. I mean, we don't.
Sailing Zatara.
Yeah, we don't get.
Watch it.
We were doing it for a while. We were watching them once a week, and but
Now I
obviously
watch-
data's always an issue for us. So when we watch them, we use up a lot of data, and we just about kind of get by at the end of the month. So, but we do like. Yeah, we've watched Sailing Zatara. What other ones?
Delos.
Delos, of
Then not
course.
so much family.
Yeah, we stopped
Delos.
watching them so much because
Um,
we went to watch more family ones. What other ones did we like?
Katal.
Katal, we watched a bit of that.
Yeah.
We went through a lot, but I don't know. I can't remember which ones we went through.
I mean, every now and then we've subscribed to quite a lot,
Sailing
like Ran
Tara.
Sailing and Sophie and Ryan Sailing because they were here with us, and Impavadus
And
as well.
he's
Yeah.
doing a more sort of technical based channel, and he's just kind of starting out. And in fact, I was over there the other day and he was pulling a pump apart and videoing it.
Yeah,
So I accidentally sort of walked in the middle of that.
Malcolm. I was amazed it went skiing in Greece. I was saying the crew should look at that. Yeah, it is unbelievable, isn't it, that you can ski in Greece, like Malcolm's just pointed out. We didn't expect to, and then when we arrived, someone said you can go skiing, and it was
Yeah.
great. I
I
mean, you
love
saw the video. We
skiing.
had the whole slope to ourselves. He learned to ski, and it was
He
much
learned.
cheaper. I mean, here we didn't go in Spain and Sierra Nevada because it was really too expensive. But Greece, it's possible, and we weren't even in the best resort because there is a resort in Greece which is higher up. Which, if I was going, say, from England, I would go to that place, the one that's right high up in the mountains. But yeah, it is crazy, isn't it? That you
I mean,
can,
the one we went to, like,
Have
at
you met
Old
any of the
Future
other-
Movie.
no, we didn't even get there.
Have
Actually,
you met any of the other boat families?
have you met any of them? Oh yeah,
Seven on the Sea.
have you met the
Seven
other?
on the Seas.
Oh yeah, Seven
Uh,
Seas.
Seven on the Seas.
Do they do vlogs
Alicia,
though?
I think
I
they're more
never do
Instagram.
vlogs.
aren't they?
Alicia.
Sailing
Yeah.
Tatsu, Alicia, Seven on the Sea.
You've
only
met
one's on
Nick Howe,
YouTube.
haven't you? Wasn't it Nick Howe? But we didn't meet them as a
Yeah,
family.
that was in Proveso.
To be quite honest, we haven't actually met other sailing families who are on YouTube.
No.
They all seem to be in the Caribbean or elsewhere. But we have met quite a few different families now. and
Tatsu, Alicia, Seven on the Seas.
Yeah. they're all, and there's more.
All
There's quite a few
together.
who've just arrived here, and they're all kind of setting off from here. And yeah, we've got good friends in Cartagena we've made. So there's quite a few families getting ready to sail the Med this season actually, which is really nice. So yeah, they haven't all disappeared.
Do this first one.
Hey, Sean from the Bermuda one.
Huh?
Oh, Sean in Bermuda. Nice vids. Only just started following you guys. Oh, that's nice. Hi. Yeah, it is the Bermuda. Bermuda is, well, the Bermuda Triangle is close apparently. But yeah, are you there permanently then in Bermuda? I stopped by once when I was doing a delivery trip and I really love the place.
Wait,
Yeah.
there's
If you make it to
what?
Chesapeake
Applewood
area of the
smoked
USA, let me know.
pulled
I'll bring you some Applewood smoked pulled pork barbecue. Oh,
What's
yeah.
that?
Oh, we've yet to try it yet.
You know when we went to that Santa Ponza and that was that pig on a little stick pulling the
That was sad.
You
But
said
very
we should
tasty,
call
wasn't
the
it?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
Sad but
we will
tasty.
we will definitely come there just for that, John. Thank you.
In fact, we'd really like to do the sort of east coast of the United States.
Mm.
The draft is 2.1 on our boat, so we can't get any inland waterways. Is the Union
Some of
Canal,
them.
but we can sort of dip in and out, I think. But that's one of the places we're really looking forward to going.
Yeah.
We'd like to try and get as far as Rhode Island if we can, but I don't know if we'll have time to do that.
Yeah, we haven't really planned the route around the weather. Sorry, honey.
Dad didn't get a passport.
No,
he,
I'm
Oh,
not
is this a
allowed.
question? Oh, you were able to get check passports for the kids. What about? Oh yeah,
They wouldn't have me.
no. I mean, I did
Sorry.
ask, but yeah, it's only because, as you know, my mum is Czech that I can get them all for my kids, but not for the husbands. But unless you went to live
Not
there
for
for a while,
Dad.
which is going to be difficult on the boat, but you never know. But yeah, it's a shame really because I think it might be useful in all sorts of places, really, having a Czech passport.
Because
The
of
other thing is, the
Brexit.
Czech Republic's a landlocked country as well, so there can't be that many boats registered there, can there?
No.
So if Brexit happens, and we don't want to get political about it, but if Brexit does happen and things get awkward for British registered boats in the EU, I can't imagine that it will. But if it does, then we've got the option of with Rebecca being a Czech citizen, we can maybe re-register the boat.
Yeah.
There's
I guess
something
so.
completely different, but today I'm 7.
It wasn't today, though, was it?
Well, not today.
But you're 7 now, aren't
Technically,
you?
you are 7 today. but
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
your
like
birthday.
not my birthday today.
Yeah. Cool. If you make it the Ozone, thank you. You born? Yeah. Oh, so Sean is born in. You're born in Bermuda. Cool. Yeah. I mean, I have met up with Totem and trying to swing by here as well. Oh, cool. Yeah. What a place to live. That must be really strange, actually, but amazing. Yeah. I
It's
suppose
like seeing out like
Bermuda would be when we start coming back. So
Yeah, it's more the northerly route. Isn't it?
yeah, it is. Yeah. But yeah, we will definitely stop by there and look you up. That's brilliant. Isn't this amazing having friends? Well, people not, people that we know all around the world that would welcome us. I think that's really
pretty cool.
cool.
He's
It's
still
cool, isn't it?
famous.
we're famous.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Yeah, we hope we do meet up with you all on your route. So if you are watching us and you're and we're nearby, then get in touch. Obviously not on YouTube, but at the moment, but we have got the Facebook and Instagram. So
And when we get the website set up, we'll try and get the AS linked in with some programming which we can embed on the website. So it'll be possible to see where we're at the time. But we are, in the next few months, we're going to head to Turkey via Sardinia, Sicily, southern Greece. And we'll be in Turkey for about a month, having a look around and getting various things to do, various things on the boat. 2 months. One of the things we'd like to do in Turkey, I mean, Turkey is an amazing country. We'd like to sort of go inland and explore a bit. One of the places I've always wanted to visit, has always been on my bucket list, is to visit Göbekli Tepe, which is one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world. But it's way, way inland. It's almost on the Syrian border. So whether we'll manage to get there, I don't know.
yeah, that's another exciting thing we'd like to do, but who knows? Maybe just get some beat up old car and jump in it.
Do a
and-
road tour.
a road tour.
Do we need visas when we sail to the USA?
Yeah. Going back to going to the USA, Stuart's asked a question about visas. Yeah, I think you have to get a B1, B2 visa, which lasts for 10 years. But I don't see a lot of other people getting it. So to quite honest, I'm a little bit confused. I think it depends where you go, isn't it? So yeah, I think I need to look into it again. But I thought we did, and I know it's quite expensive as well to get all of them, and you have to have an interview. But some people, I think, get them in the UK, and then some people get them on an island. I don't know where it is now again either. Is it? Not sure where you can get it, but I think you can get in Barbados. Maybe you can get them there. I think actually the US Embassy Facebook page in London, they answer questions quite well, and I've got the answer to the question I asked years ago to them. And I think from that, what they said, you do have to get B1, B2 visa, which you can come in and out on a boat. Yeah, so I'll have to look into that a little bit more to give a more accurate answer.
We have to check out the hot air balloon ride in Turkey. I want to do that.
Oh, somebody was mentioning
Hot
that,
air
weren't they?
boat. Where-
Is that valley with all the hot air balloons? And
Okay.
I literally like value those hot air.
yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
We can get a cruising visa, but we need it before entering.
Okay. Yeah. Cruising visa. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. So I think if we go to an island that's not USA, we could probably get that cruising visa there, or we fly back to England and get it. Ewan's doing little pictures.
Hi.
And do we scuba dive or do we want to in the future? I want to in the future.
Yeah. Me and Woody both have scuba
I'm
dived.
married.
We did, our basic PADI and an advanced, and then I did a rescue dive course. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Yes, we both
So
rescue dive course.
Dad, when he was practicing, he made a really big cut on the lifeguard.
No, that's a different rescue.
Oh,
That's
that
a
would have
different
been really cool.
So yeah,
Yeah,
we,
so we're both rescue divers. The kids have never been diving, but they love snorkeling. And so when we get to a place where it's a bit warmer and we can do that, we find a dive school, then
and they can do.
then we'll definitely do that. I mean, the long-term plan is we would like to get a compressor on board and go diving, but that's that's kind of the list is like this long, and it's kind of
Doesn't
down on
everyone-
the priorities. But
yeah.
when we get the Caribbean, that is definitely one thing we want to do. I mean, we've dived all over the world, really, haven't we?
Yeah, places.
Florida and
Yeah.
Red Sea.
And we do have one tank on board that was left with the boat, but we haven't had it tested, and we've got the deck
Where's
thing. I
the
can't remember what it's
tank?
called.
Where's the
But,
tag?
It's in
But
there.
any-
But the other thing you want to learn is kite surfing.
Yeah.
And it sounds crazy. I know,
Yes.
like what we like must be too old to kite surf, but someone said no, we could do it. And we met a couple that do it, and I think it'd be a great thing to teach the kids, and it would be easy to have that equipment on board. So
Yeah,
that's
easy to
another
store
thing we
on board
wanna
as well, 'cause we kind of like windsurfing, but the equipment is just too bulky. So yeah, a couple of kite surfs
Yeah.
on board.
it's probably a stupid idea.
This
But
is about
see.
the visas. In the US consulate, we do an Ask Lady Casey.
ask Lady Kay Saley about the visas. Yeah, cruising visa. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, any US consulate will answer our questions. Yeah, about that. And yeah, thanks, Ian, for that tip. We'll check them out.
Any more?
So we've got the hot balloon scoop. So far we're going hot air ballooning. We're gonna do.
Scuba
Everyone's gonna take up
dive.
scuba diving and kite
Yay!
surfing.
Yeah.
This is really dangerous doing these live streams. You just keep giving us more ideas.
We're gonna go have a
CDM.
barbecue
Okay, thanks, Ian.
apple pork thing.
Yeah, we're gonna have full pork
pork.
barbecue
Oh,
in
that yeah.
Chesapeake. Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Bay.
Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah. Cool.
Question for
Irina. As you have been working in the charter business, any problems renting a sailboat with master mariner license?
Is that a US qualification? I'm not sure.
Yeah, what's the master mariner license? How many days did it take you to get it? And
In the EU, they ask for an ICC. You need an ICC to charter a boat in the Mediterranean. I'm not sure about the Caribbean,
yeah,
but the ICC is a standard, and it's kind of the same level as day skipper in the United Kingdom, the RYA day skipper. But you need to apply for that special ticket. It's a 4-day course, is it? ICC.
well, you can actually it can do it in 2 days. If you just want to get assessed, you
Yeah.
can sort of a bit of recap and then assessed in a day in second days. It's like some people do it in 2 days. If you're really up to that level, you probably could get it assessed in a day.
Well,
But-
some companies will actually put you through the actual skipper's license as part of your holiday. And we used to work for a flotilla company called Nielsen, and they used to do this 1-week course. Well, it wasn't even a 1-week course; it was a 4-day course.
Yeah.
So you'd spend the first half of your holiday learning to
God.
sail and learning to park, which is a big thing in the Mediterranean. And then the rest of the holiday you go on flotilla, which is the job we used to do. Is we used to take people around the islands. So I'm not sure what that qualification is,
There's
but
a
if it's the
question.
equivalent of an
No, no,
ICC,
please.
then you can charter a boat in the Mediterranean.
There's
Oh,
a
so-
question
Oh,
from.
is it in the US? We'll come back to that. The ASA certification. Oh, that's what it's equivalent to. So that sounds like yeah.
It's
I know in
American Sailing
Canada,
Association.
it's, yeah, American Sailing Association. It might be like day skipper. So it should be okay.
There's a
Best-
question.
Best thing is to kind
There's
of
a question from.
yeah, is to kind of like ask the actual company. We used to skipper and teach, but we didn't actually run the charter business. But yeah, go on.
Wait,
Question for the kids.
okay.
What is it?
Do the kids have iPads? I don't have an iPad. I have a phone.
I have an
You do that.
iPad and it's ancient.
You did have.
Except it doesn't work.
I did. Oh, I did have a phone till Dad completely wrecked it.
Well, I didn't. I fixed it.
Yeah, fixed it, and then it was like
So it's-
unfixable. But that might be a birthday present.
I
Yeah,
did a YouTube fix on it.
I don't have anything. I don't.
So we have 2
phone.
iPads.
I have an iPad, but it's ancient and it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, so we've got 2 iPads. One we say mainly for the kids. It's got learning apps and stuff like that, and Minecraft, which they love, and loads of brilliant apps actually, like learning Spanish, chess. They've been doing stop frame animation, and they can do that
Music as
anytime they like. Music, yeah, garage bands. And then we invested in a new iPad this winter for navigation because we were using Woody's phone, and it was just too difficult to kind of see it. The screen kept timing out, so we've got a new iPad. The kids have discovered it already, so they've already started using it. But it's mainly for navigation. Rowan's got a computer that she does a lot of her typing on,
Oh, yeah.
but that's where we're at the moment with it. But I think they're good things. There's 2 Kindles. They've both got a Kindle. And he's just got lots of books at the moment. When he learns to read properly, then we'll get him a Kindle.
I mean, it's
probably.
great for educational apps.
Yeah.
But the kids obviously do like playing games as well.
Yeah, but it's a whole different question: screen time and all that business.
Yeah, it's a big subject.
Roger and the crew are into longboarding, and it's no problem with storage, they blow up. Oh, longboarding. Yeah, that's a new one. Yeah, anything inflatable is good because Malcolm, yeah, thanks. We've got the blow up.
Does it sound like paddleboarding?
Yeah, is it like paddleboarding?
Is that the same thing? Paddleboarding and longboarding?
We'll have to look it up.
We need to ask. Okay, I want to ask this question. There's a question for me and you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the best thing about living on a yacht?
Gonna jump off the boat.
In the summer you can go swimming, and but I don't know. You get to every time you walk out the boat, you have a different view mostly.
Oh, that's nice. Isn't it? It's a nice thought.
Do you
Yeah.
like sharing a bedroom?
No.
Why?
Um.
Maybe we'll leave that subject.
Yeah.
I don't want to answer that.
Okay. So Claire's asking. So we were talking about Kindles before, weren't we? What's your favourite book? I suppose it's for anyone really, but your favourite books you'd read again if you got really bored. I mean, Rowan should be. She's the expert on reading.
Wait, can I quickly run get it, please?
You go and get it, and then these boys can answer. What's your favourite book then?
Michael McPurdo, because it's easy to get into straight away. Except it's, I think you're depressed.
Yeah, we've been reading the whole Michael McPurgo series. We managed to get them all in. Where were we? Santa Ponza in the second-hand shop. It was the whole bulk, and so we've been reading them. They're really, some of them are very sad, but
Yeah,
they're
some
sort
of them
gripping,
are like
though.
baby piglets dying by being shot
Yeah.
because of head and mouth disease.
Yeah, but some of them are quite interesting, aren't they?
Talking
About
Yeah.
sailing, and they've got things about, you know, Paco, the kid that had the bull, and there's lots of, yeah, he's a good author. Don't you like Diary of a Wimpy Kid as well?
Not really.
Okay.
I read a good book
Yeah,
actually.
Oh, we got to get out the Medusa.
I read a good
Project.
book called
Yeah, no, it's not sure.
Eleanor Oliphant and I'm Completely Fine. I don't know if I'd read it again, but it really made me laugh and cry and everything. And I don't really get a chance to read very much because I just flake out. But
Me and Darry.
that was a good one this year.
You've opened up a
So-
can of
Okay, so
worms,
Rowan's going
Rowan.
to talk about some books
Okay,
now.
so there's this series of books called the Medusa Project. Me and Darry have both read it, and it's really good. It's like these kids, and they've all had this gene in them as a baby.
Maybe we could hold the blurb
Yeah,
on
I
the.
don't think we want a whole book review of each book.
Okay, it's really quick. It's and
There's
it's like
another
this,
question.
the gene in them, and it gives them superpowers, and it's really good. It's a long series. This is from the same author, Sophie Mackenzie, Blood Ties. It's also
What is it?
good.
What is that about?
This I read when I was younger, but I could read it again. It's a murder, most unladylike mystery. It's like quite a young book, but it's actually quite fun. The Other Boy and Girl by Philippa Gregory.
They're good historical
Yeah, I
ones.
love Philippa Gregory. And my favourite book in the world, The Host by Stephanie Meyer.
It's no wonder that the boat doesn't sell as fast as it should.
Yeah, we've got too many books, but no, it's good that Rowan likes it. So we actually, there's some more questions. Paul says, boys, you listening?
Mhm.
He's terrified of sharks, and his fear stops him, not completely, from diving in the fresh water. But he wants to retire to blue water during the winters. I can understand that, and escape the Canadian cold. Because I remember how cold it gets up there. I remember that. So his question to you, all of you kids, are you afraid of sharks or other scary ocean life?
I'm
Right, so
scared of
So you're going to start
fireworms.
first because you
Fireworms.
fireworms.
And jellyfish, since Rome was
Jellyfish,
stung by a
jellyfish.
But are you
twice.
afraid of sharks?
Nada.
We've actually watched a lot of documentaries on sharks, and so it's quite
I'm
interesting.
not really
isn't it?
scared of sharks because there's loads of movies about like the shark who
Oh,
ate
yeah,
all these
yeah.
people.
Yeah, you will.
But
On the Meg.
yeah, but like if you think about the logic, like where we go, there's probably like sharks are almost extinct. So like it's not like there's going to be a magically shark, and it's probably not going to eat you. So
Have you got any advice for Paul? He's scared of sharks.
I would
Son.
search up a
He's
few
over there.
websites. Where?
He's over there.
That's that green dot's him.
I would just try to forget about it and just think if there is a shark, I think you would know it was there before it tried to attack you. And
Yeah.
Wait, I want to give one.
And Rowan's got.
Sharks are actually quite like, the thing is they don't eat you. They don't want to eat you. They just want, because they think maybe you're a seal. If a shark does come, its nose is really sensitive, so you hit it on the nose, it will go away straight away. But try not to bleed in the water.
I'm not sure that's going to help you, Paul, but
I hope that's put your mind at rest. Paul.
Yeah. Okay. SV Titanium. Hello. Boys, here's a question. What's cooler, planes or boats?
Hard question.
Boats, there's more variety of boats, but planes.
Like the big objects that fly in the sky.
What's that documentary we watched recently?
Rolls Royce.
Oh, that's hard.
You're not sure?
They're both big and bulky and like just beautiful to watch. Like say an army's tank transporter. An army's tank transporter. When you see it fly over the sky, I've only seen this once.
I think a Hercules.
Yeah. When you see it fly over, it is quite a big scene. Do you remember when we saw that? I forgot which place it was.
Planes.
But a boat, when you see a super yacht go past and the steering wheel on the top and carrying two other yachts about this size, it is quite traumatizing as well.
Okay.
Nick,
sorry.
planes because they crash land so coolly.
Yeah, Ewan's in a funny mood today.
And the boats because
We know you.
Why do you like the boat?
Because they got good cups. No. They got small space.
Okay. Yeah, actually, David Smith has been listening about the books. He actually said he was going to recommend the host for you, Rowan. So and another one for
we
you,
know
Paul.
Sailing Catalpa, yes.
Still afraid. So Paul's still afraid of the sharks. Wait,
I
Oh,
one more thing. Most sharks are extinct, so don't be that scared. Because
What about the great white sharks? Will eat you alive.
Yeah, okay, I think we're going to leave that.
What about tiger sharks?
It's not helpful.
Will eat you alive.
So yeah, we did watch, like we used, a lot of documentaries, and so hopefully they
Feel the
learn a
flesh.
little bit
Feel how
else.
afraid you
All right,
are.
okay.
All right.
Logic is little to fear but tell that to my nerves. Oh yeah, I know. I get that as well. You suddenly start thinking they're out there. Okay.
Feel the pain when you get
especially
eaten.
So titanium. So you can't live and swim off a plane, can you?
Swim off
You have to stay on it the whole time. That debate about planes or boats. And there's no sharks in the sky, apart from Ryanair. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so you know what, guys? Hello Mendano, just seeing you come up. Our hour is up. We would probably go on if I didn't promise a whole load of people this pontoon to cook dinner. So I think it's cooking. I'm not sure if it's stopped now. So
No.
yeah.
But can we do another one? Like, I don't know when.
Yeah. No, Ewan, don't do that. So thank you very much for joining us in our first live stream ever. It's been really nice chatting to you, and we are going to do it again. But you know what? I think it might be when we get to Turkey, because we're basically going to be sailing for a good month or so. But we're going to take loads of video of our sailing, and yeah, we'll do it in Turkey because it's good fun. You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll get the data as well. So.
Be good, kids. Thanks, Ian. Thanks, Mum and Dad. Yeah.
I think he needs more sugar.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that lot from. I did make them a smoothie. I was thinking, oh, nice and healthy, you know, lots of fruit. But
Sugar.
bye, Claire. Bye, David, Ian, Titanium. Thanks for telling us we're inspiration. We get inspired by other people, don't we? Thanks, Redshift, Travis. Oh, it's nice all these people have been listening.
Can I play Baby Shark and the guitar to finish it?
Baby shark.
I don't know how we end this. Do we just cut it off, I suppose? I don't even know how to. Oh, we end the stream. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Say bye.
We're gonna count down.
5,
4,
3, 2, 1. Bye.
Oh wait, no, it's
End.
end.